What's going on, everybody? My name's LUCK, aka Luck, and welcome to Mod Mastery Immersive Engineering. This is the series where we showcase one mod in particular, and we go through that entire mod, and we go through it until we are complete masters of it. Last series we did Embers Rekindled. It was a lot of fun. If you guys missed that, check it out. That was our first one. And this time around, we're doing Immersive Engineering. I'm a lot more familiar with Immersive Engineering than I am, or than I was with Embers. So this one should be a lot more enjoyable for me and you guys. So yeah, let me show you what we got going on here. We have some chests filled with resources, right? This is how I'm going to start every single mod mastery, right? Just because what this series is meant to do, it's not meant to be a let's play, right? I don't want to go mining and have you guys watch me go mining, and I don't want to spend a bunch of time on all that ancillary stuff. I just want to get right into the mod, and I just want to, you know, start messing around with it. So let's jump right in. So the first thing that you're going to want to do whenever it comes to immersive engineering, right? We're definitely going to want to do two things right off the bat. We want to plant an entire crop of hemp, industrial hemp, and we want to get the engineer's manual. So where is that? I guess it would be better if I just typed it in, right? Immersive engineer's manual right here. Right, so we're gonna need a lever and we need a book. Okay, so let's do that first. Let's go ahead, and we got some sugarcane here. Boom, almost like I was prepared. And we picked out a nice little area. We're gonna set up our crop right out here. We just built a very basic building. If this was a let's play, I would dress this place up, make it look all nice and fancy. We just got a nice basic building. We got a nice little town in the back there. Yeah, we have a nice basic building. That big thing right there, that's eventually going to be a windmill, and we'll get there. If you guys have never seen Immersive Engineering is a very, very cool mod. You guys are really going to enjoy this. If you've never seen it before. If you have, then you know exactly how all of this works. So let's go ahead. We're going to grab a book. Awesome. And then let's grab a piece of cobble and some wood, right? And we'll make ourselves a lever. All right, so lever, boom and boom, cool. And engineer's manual, there we go. This is your guide to the entire Immersive Engineering mod. It shows you pretty much everything that it has going on, everything that you could need. Is in here. It doesn't hide anything. In fact, there's even certain, so I'll show you, like, let's say, heavy machinery, right? So when you go to start making some of these bigger things, it'll show you step by step how to actually make them. And we'll get there because this might look a little confusing to you. But if you are familiar with Immersive Engineering, you know that this is one of the best parts of this mod, these multi-block giant machines that it makes. So now that we have the engineer's manual, the next thing that we want to do is we definitely want to get a crop of hemp seeds going, right? You want to get these going early. Whenever you're playing Immersive Engineering, you want to get hemp down very, very quickly because it's super useful later in the game, right? Let's grab a few furnaces, right? Just got like 4, and we'll just kind of plop them right here for now. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, cool. And let's get some iron cooking up. Let's just do like 8. Boom. And then we're gonna get ourselves, oh, actually I already have a hoe on me. Cool. So let's go ahead and we're gonna plant, like I said, we're gonna plant a crop of hemp. So let's just put it like here. Does that sound cool? Like I said, if this was a let's play, I would definitely make this a lot prettier, a lot more nicer. But just for demonstration purposes, we're just gonna plop it right here. And there are better ways to actually grow your crops later in the mod. using these things called cloches, which are basically like automated grow houses. They're pretty cool. So we'll get this going. Boom. And let's go ahead and get our industrial hemp down. Now this crop here is one of those crops where you only want to harvest the top of it. These take a long time to actually grow. For whatever reason, just in my experience, having played Immersive Engineering a bunch, these take a long time to grow, so you don't want to break the whole crop. You'll see that once they grow, they have a top to them, and you just smack the top block, and the bottom will stay completely grown, and the top will grow back, right? So while we're waiting for those to grow, let's go ahead and head back inside, because there's a couple more things that we want while we're kind of in the early stages of industrial or immersive engineering. So let's see. Next thing that we really want is where here we go. So we're gonna want to get a coke oven, right? We're gonna want to get a coke oven going quickly. This guy, super early game. This gets you 2 resources, right? It gets you coke, and it gets you, I think it's called creosote, right? Yeah, so it's called creosote, right? This is kind of your entryway to the mod. This allows you to get everything else in the mod. So let's go ahead and look up coke oven brick, right? We're going to need 27 of these because you need to make a cube that's hollow right in the middle. So we're going to need 27 of these. So we need 9 crafts of these, right? Yeah, that sounds about right. Right, so we need 36 bricks and 36 clay balls. So let's go ahead and grab 36 of these. Cool. Let's go ahead and get these cooking up. And we're going to waste a little bit of coal, but that's okay. Boom. 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 And boom. Cool. The next thing that we're going to want is we need to get ourselves a hammer. An immersive engineering hammer. So let's look at what's involved with that. We need an engineer's hammer, which is going to require 2 iron ingots, string, and some sticks. Okay, cool. All right, so normally, once your hemp crop grows up, right, you'll be able to get string from it. And I can actually demonstrate that right now. So let's go ahead and grab a little bit of bone meal, right? And we'll just grow one of these, right? This is what I was saying. This is a 2 tall block crop. You just smack the top and you get some industrial hemp fiber and you get hemp seeds, right? And the hemp seeds can be used later in the mod, right? So don't worry about that. But what you do is you take these hemp fibers, right? You can turn them into string. Very cool. And then we'll use that string to get ourselves one of those fancy hammers. Awesome. Now these hammers are pretty cool. Number one, they're used for actually constructing the machines once you get them built in the world, right? All the machines in Immersive Engineering are multi-block structures, and they're big, right? That's why we have a nice big workshop here. The other cool thing that you could do with the hammer is early game, you can use it to get plates, right? Which are also required within the mod, right? But it looks like our bricks are all done. Nice. I'm going to show you guys our first little multi-block here. Let's go ahead and grab, we need 36 clay balls. Cool. Oops. Awesome. And then we're going to need some sand. Did I happen to, there we go. Awesome. So let's go ahead and craft this guy up. So I believe it's like this. And then this. Oh, we don't need 36 sand. We just need a 9, which is fine. Something like that, right? Is that not the recipe? Oh, it's sandstone. Okay. There we go. Sandstone. There, we did need 36 sand. Look at that. Just like that. 27 coke bricks. Okay, cool. Where should we put this guy? I guess like right here, right? Why not? Sounds cool to me. All right, so now that we have our coke bricks, we're just going to make a big cube, right? Just like so. Boom. Now it doesn't look like much right now, but what you want to do is you want to take your engineer's hammer and you just want to smack the front of it. Boom. And there we go. Now we have a big coke oven, right? And this is kind of how all of the multi-blocks in the mod work, right? Not all of them are cubes, right? Most of them are actual, and you'll see later, they look like giant machinery, which is awesome. But this guy's super cool. So what you want to do in here is you want to feed it coal, right? Now this guy does take a long time, but what it's going to do is it's going to turn the coal into coke, right? This stuff here, coal coke, right? Coal coke can be used in a coke oven. It can also be used in a steel furnace, right, for making steel. But it's also going to give you creosote. And creosote is kind of the gateway into this mod. It's how you make these cool looking floors here. It's kind of important, right? So it's used for making this right here, treated wood, right? And treated wood, like I said, is kind of like the gateway to the rest of the mod, right? So it makes all these different things here, right? So this is ideally what we want to get is a bunch of creosote here. The coal coke is nice, but it's not required, right? It's just a better fuel source. So, while we're waiting on some of that, let's go ahead and take a look at some of this. Updates and news, huh? Superior weaponry. Ooh, that sounds cool. Might have to take a look at that. Like I said, the book will tell you everything that you need to know. It's got some introduction pages here. You guys can pause if you want to read any of this. It'll teach you about the ores, right? You got bauxite ore, which is aluminum. You got lead, silver, nickel, uranium. I don't think that these are used. Okay, so the only thing they're used for is the thermoelectric generator, which I can show you guys that. The nickel, I believe, is only meant... I mean, I guess it could be used with thermoelectric generators, but I believe nickel is really only in here for the processing of... what is that one metal from thermal? It's really only meant to integrate with other mods. I don't think it does a whole lot in Immersive Engineering itself, right? Alloys, there is an alloy furnace that we can get to actually make electrum and constantin. Again, they don't really do a whole lot. Medium voltage for, I believe it's constantin makes medium voltage. Industrial hemp, it'll teach you about that. This is the reason why you want to get industrial hemp running early, to get tough fabric. I believe it's either 7 or 9 full stacks of industrial hemp fiber gets you enough for one single windmill, right? And ideally what you want to have is, so we have this big windmill tower, right? We want to have 4. We want to have one on each side of this, right? Generating as much power as possible. And we will definitely get there. Treated wood, you just take a bucket of creosote and you surround it with wood and you get 8 treated wood planks, right? And you can turn those into, of course, fences and stairs and all the decorative stuff. But it also allows you to open up the rest of the mod. Chemical ingredients, nitrate and sulfur dust. Redstone acid. This becomes useful a little bit later. We also have... Okay, so these crafted or mechanical components, these will become useful later when we go to make machinery, and there's an easier way to get them than just by crafting them like this. We'll definitely get into that. Villagers, mineral deposits, graphite. This becomes useful when you go to make, it's called an arc furnace. That's pretty cool. We'll get into that for sure. And shaders. This mod adds a pretty cool system where you can actually, some of the tools and weapons in the mod, you can actually put shaders on them. If any of you are familiar with Destiny and their shader system, it's very similar to that. It's pretty cool. All right, and let's see. So then the next section that we're going to be looking at is workbenches and furnaces, right? Engineer's crafting table. This is one that we're definitely, not the crafting table, this guy, the blueprint table. This is one that we're going to want to get early, right? It's those mechanical components that I was talking about earlier, and I said that there's an easier way to get them. We will definitely demonstrate how to get them, or I mean, how to craft them normally, but the engineer's workbench allows you to make them easier with less resources, right? Here's the coke oven that we were talking about, and the alloy kiln, right? The alloy kiln is just a 2x2 cube, and here we go. We already have a little bit of coal coke and some creosote. Nice. And yeah, see, 2x2. Like I said, this mod is awesome because it teaches you how to do every single thing. If you're ever confused about something, this book will teach you everything that you need to know. The improved blast furnace. The blast furnace is how you make the steel, which is super critical for this mod, right? And slag recycling. Okay, cool. So now that we have a little bit of creosote, let's go ahead, boom, bucket of creosote oil. And then what we can do with that is we can grab some wood, right? And let's just grab 8. And basically all you do is you surround the creosote oil with the 8 wood, and you get treated wood planks. And you get to keep your bucket, which is awesome. Very cool. So now that we have treated wood planks, now we're able to do a lot more within the mod, right? Because like I said, that's kind of your, it's kind of like your first dipping your toes into the mod, right? You need treated wood planks in order to kind of advance any further. And what we're going to do here is we're actually going to start a little drawer system over here for these two. So let's go ahead and do this. And this. Oh, we need another chest. That recipe doesn't work. Cool. And boom. All right, awesome. So let's go ahead. That's not what we wanted. We want it like that. And then like this and like this. Awesome. And then that will, once these all grow up, they go a lot faster once they're fully grown up, right? And then you just come out here and you smack the top of them, right? And you just, what I would suggest is every so often, you know, while you have some downtime, because this mod does have a little bit of downtime, but once you have some downtime, you come out here, harvest your crops, and in no time you'll have, you know, all the supplies you need to make your windmill. So yeah. So yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up here, nice and short. There's not a whole lot that I wanted to cover in the first episode, right? We kind of are waiting a little bit on creosote, right? And we're waiting on some hemp, and we can really get started on the mod. So next episode when we come back, we're going to start getting into some blast furnaces, right? This allows you to actually start making steel, right? Which is super important to the mod. You need steel for basically everything, and steel takes a long time to craft, right? So we want to get that going early, and then we'll also get a water wheel up and running. This is your first kind of early game power generation, right? And there's some cool ways you can set up like some big water wheel farms that get you a lot of power really quickly. It's just passive power, so you don't have to worry about wind generation or anything like that. And yeah, so if you guys are excited to see more immersive engineering, please hit that subscribe button. We're gonna go nice and slow on this mod. There's a lot to cover. There's a lot that goes on with this mod. This mod is very dense. There's a lot of things going on, and yeah, I'm excited to cover it all. I can foresee this series lasting a good probably easily 15, possibly 20 episodes, right? So that's why I kind of want to go slow on it, and I want to make sure that I cover everything in depth. So if you guys are excited to see the rest of the series, please hit that subscribe button. And yeah, I will catch you all next time. See ya.